This episode is rated M for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed on this show are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect those of the PFC Entertainment Network or any of the affiliates that make this show possible.
This is the Pure Fury Creations Entertainment Network.
This is Creepy Soup on the PFC Entertainment Network.
Okay.
Hi!
Hello. Welcome to episode 130 of Creepy Soup. We hit the video thing on there. Okay, yeah. We're trying something a little new to go with the episode. I have like this really cool little remote thing that you don't know that we're doing anything, but on my phone it'll take video and we can upload those as clips on YouTube or TikTok or whatever. So how are you, workaholic?
I am exhausted.
This is the first time I've seen you since...
Pretty much the last time we recorded.
Yeah, that's probably pretty accurate.
Yeah. It's
I don't know
crazy.
if it's doing it or not. I don't think it
I'm
is.
constantly working third shifts. I'm over it. I'm tired.
Yeah, I haven't
All
seen
I do
her.
is sleep.
I know yesterday I was gone while you were here and awake. I had stopped to, my nail artist.
Well, I don't even think I was so much awake as I had just gotten up and went to work. I haven't even spent any time with the kids because I'm always sleeping when I'm home.
Hit video.
Oh my god.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, this first time, really since we recorded. We were actually supposed to record on Tuesday, but there was some emotions. I'm just gonna leave it at that for right now. So other than working like mad, how have you been?
Just tired, really.
Yeah.
Can't wait for a day off. Probably gonna sleep the day away.
Yep, I remember those third shift years.
Yeah, but even when I work a regular third shift, I could still get up and be okay. But going from 2 12s in a row
Yeah.
to a regular third shift tonight, yeah. I'm not okay. See?
All right. Well, we're sending you like all these great vibes. So, yeah, I've been. It's been a week, a little bit. I've had kind of a little emotional roller coaster.
Yes, that is true.
That in fact, anything her and I have communicated since Tuesday has been through text message. But yeah, it's yeah. But yesterday I did go get my nails done, and I've said it before.
Yeah, I haven't even seen them. Let me see. Oh, I'm surprised the lights aren't dicks.
No, they're not dicks, but this nail says Hail Santa.
Oh, it's a Hail Santa. Fuck fucking can't. Crazy bitch.
And that's what she said. She was like, I'll do anything you want as long as I can put this. And she showed me like the inspo picture. And I'm like, yeah.
Just do
Like,
it.
And I give her free reign because
Yeah.
she's so fucking talented. Like, these are Christmas lights, and that is like blood drippings and a black candy cane. So,
Who would have thought?
right. I can't ask for more than that, right? So, did that, and then I had to go to Oh My Stars and Stones because I had claimed a couple of things. And Christy, I love her. I fucking love her so much. She gave me a cookbook. And that was because when she had the Halloween party, all them little shooters of Fireball, I gave her like a whole bag of those. And she was thankful, so that was
Aww.
a little gift.
Fireball's gross, but okay.
I'm not a fan, and that's because back in the 90s, we had Hot Damn, which was cinnamon alcohol. And I can remember, I gotta record this on here because this is funny. I can remember one night.
If it's gonna record. There we go.
There we go. I can remember one night. It was me and your dad and your Aunt Stacy and Uncle Ed, and who knows who else. I don't remember. But I was drinking Hot Damn. And this is probably one of the reasons why I don't really drink now. I got sick.
No.
And for a
kidding.
long time, nothing cinnamon. Like, I love the hot tamales.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a half box of them in my pocket because I bought some at work. But because I had gotten sick off of Hot Damn, I could not drink that for a long time. And I didn't have any cinnamon liquor until Fireball became a thing. And I remember having some and going, nope.
Not
The
today.
PTSD that I had. Yeah, that was straight up not a good time. So
That's so gross.
yeah. So I figure, okay, did we talk about the trip with the kids? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we did. We talked about that. See, it's been so long, I don't even fucking remember.
It's only been a week.
Okay, but like the emotions like made everything last longer. So it seems like a week to you feels like forever to me because it's been just so
You look like Farrah Fawcett.
you know what, when I okay, so we all know that I have that one team leader that I freaking love him, and our birthdays are a couple days apart.
Okay.
And okay, we got a flashback to, I don't know, a month or so ago. He had requested a specific cake, and I got to work and I realized, the last couple times I've made baked goods, he's not here. So let me text him. So I text him and I said, "Are you working today?" And he responds back with, "I'm calling in as we speak." And I took a picture of the cake and I sent it to him. He's like, "I'll be there in 10. And he came and picked up the cake and went home. So then he had got a hold of Rachel to find out what I wanted for my birthday. Well, Rachel told me this. So I'm like, well, now I got to get him something. So he likes ravens. Not only the team, but the actual birds, because he had Jackson draw him some. So there's that lamp where the raven is holding the cord and the light bulb in its beak. I got him that. Well, he got me an Amazon gift card.
How much?
It was $50. And so I went on a little spree, and one of the things I bought myself was a straightener that has the nice rounded sides so you can curl. And that's what I did.
I know you look like Farrah Fawcett.
And it's funny because when I wore it to work like that, Rachel said the same thing. So
That's great.
yeah. Yeah, I got that, and I got a new crossbody tote bag for work with it, and I also got like a mini hair straightener that also has the rounded sides, and I figured because Aubrey's got short hair, it would be so much fun to do hers.
The way you said it.
Yeah. So I almost had her convinced to let me do it today, but she's an a-hole.
She doesn't like her hair fucked with. I don't know. She's such a tomboy.
I think it's the snarls.
Her hair is short. She shouldn't have any.
I know, but I think she's got some PTSD from when her hair was longer. And
Hey, that's her own damn fault.
true enough. I think that's about all we got for right now, as far as like, nonsensical. I know Christmas is coming. I did, because there's a group of ladies that I sit with, and I think we've talked about this before.
It's not the Mean Girls group, is it?
Well, we can be. We can be. That's all I'm going to say. So we can be. But we exchanged Christmas gifts. And we hadn't set nothing up, but my gift theme this year, not that we have a theme, but I was like, you know what, we sit outside. It's getting cold.
Obviously.
So I got everybody, like, this hood thing that's got the scarf, and it's cute. It's really cute. I didn't get myself one, but it's whatever. And I got, like, the knee-high slipper socks. They're kind of furry. They're cute. I couldn't do that for Rachel because her feet would not fit in those. But I did give those out the other day. And 3 of the 4 people that I had them for, was that recording? Yep, it sure was. 3 of the 4 people weren't there. So Rachel held on to everything and handed them out on Friday when I wasn't there.
Good grief.
So at least I've started handing out my Christmas presents. So, would you like to know what we're going to speak about today? I got notes. Bitch.
Oh, it's 8 o'clock. I gotta leave it in an hour.
You know what? It looks like a lot, but it'll go pretty quick.
I hope so. So I still got a shower later.
It should go quick, I promise. Okay, we are going to talk about the Club Kids.
The who?
The Club Kids. Okay, they were real big in like late 80s, early 90s. Look, you were born when they were out. You were born when the subject took place.
Yeah, because I can acknowledge things then.
You were younger than that when you would look at the TV when Jeffrey Dahmer was on there and go, Daddy?
It was the glasses.
It was. It was the glasses. But she would. And it was, I think, right around the time when he was in prison, and he was always on the news. And she would run up to the TV. I got that one fucking hair that keeps jumping out. And she'd run up to the TV and go, Daddy! Mm-hmm.
I quit.
She did. Okay, so Okay, I'm new at this, so that may not take place this week. I think we gotta fuck with some shit.
A little bit.
But I gotta do it kind of often so it doesn't, close out. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the Club Kids. And kind of how, okay, the leader of the club kids was this little hooligan named Michael Alec. We're just gonna call him Alec because we really don't give a fuck if it's right or not. Michael was born in South Bend, Indiana, April 29th, 1966. His mom was from Germany, Bremerhaven to be exact, and she moved after marrying his father, so I'm going to kind of assume that maybe she was like a mail order bride type thing. They had two sons. Oh, okay, so his mom's name was Elke, E-L-K-E, and his dad's name was John. And he had a brother. I did not find his brother's name anywhere. He's not a big part of this story, so... Mike was a straight A student. He graduated in the top 8% of his class.
Good code.
He does report that he was bullied because he was gay. And you got to remember, this is like the 70s and 80s, so people still did that. He attended Fordham University, but then he transferred to, I don't know where Fordham's at, sorry. He transferred to the Fashion Institute of Technology.
Okay.
And that's where he meets Keith Haring, the boyfriend of an artist, doesn't name the artist. Keith introduced Michael to club life. And that leads him to drop out of school, and he becomes a full-time busboy at the Danceteria. Danceteria? I don't know. I was never there. So he goes from busboy really quick to promoting parties. Like they do theme parties kind of thing. Well, his first couple are like not very... They weren't received well. And then he starts throwing, like, they get better. And now his parties are, like, the place to be. And he kind of starts studying more of, like, what other people are doing. And he kind of takes that and runs. Now, there are documentaries... There's books. Oh, I went to look up one of the books because I was like, it would be an interesting read, right? $110 on Amazon. Fuck you very much.
That.
No, not doing that.
We ain't doing that. Ain't doing it.
So I'm gonna tell you. Not only did I read, and a lot of like the legal information came from. I know it's not the greatest source, but Wikipedia. Because any source I was reading, it did kind of match up. So, I not only watched about half of Party Monster, which is the movie based on the book that I looked up, which is called Disco Bloodbath, which is written by James St. James, who was friends with Michael Alec and other people. So, as these parties start going, the club goers start getting more creative with their attire and their makeup. And here's where I'm going to do my first screen share, people. Am I though?
Am I though?
Okay, we're gonna cancel that. What? You shut up. We're gonna cancel that. Okay, sorry. So I'm gonna show you some of these. Okay, now.
Oh, I get it.
So we are going to. Okay, now. Do you see anybody famous in this picture?
I don't think so.
RuPaul.
Oh!
RuPaul was one of the club kids.
I don't watch that shit.
Nobody said you had to. I'm just saying
I
RuPaul
don't
was...
recognize him. How would I? Why would I?
Okay, all right. So, actually, that's on the list that I'm going to read off late in a few moments.
It's not the white party list, is it?
No, it's the Diddy party. Just kidding. Just kidding. So this...
What the fuck is that?
Yep. This is what...
What the fuck is that?
This is what was... What am I doing? I don't know, Jill. Stop it. This is...
For why?
This was pretty common for club kid attire. James St. James.
Well, there you go.
I gotta figure out what the hell I did here. Okay, there we go. James St. James kind of describes the club kids attire as part drag queen, part clown, part like infanty, like childish, like kind of, I don't know. It's okay. So some of the research I did for y'all. Oh, and I just want to throw this out there. I'm not on Xanax. I had to throw that out there because, fuck you, Jerry Marlin, or whatever. You're lucky I don't feel like looking up your name. McCrossan. So, stop it. So,
Thought you weren't gonna do it.
you know what? I didn't go into detail. I just that's all you're getting. But I just want to say, fuck you, Jerry. Fuck you. Oh, and your criminal record, you might not want to be on the internet. So, as part of the club kid world, and I think this is why I brought it up, drugs were a big part. Were a big part of it. And I just wanted to say, I'm not on Xanax, and neither is she. We both need to be.
Yeah.
But
We're not.
I think we're a little too hyper for Xanax. That would be, I don't know, I think you got your comments.
You probably need an Ativan.
Yeah, I think you got your comments on your videos kind of messed up. Maybe a little bit. Okay. So the drugs that people were using was ketamine, which is known as Special K, ecstasy, Rohypnol, heroin, and cocaine. And, okay, so some of the names of some of these club kids, I just had to write them down because I thought they were funny. So there was obviously Michael Alec, who, that was his name, James St. James, Cosmo Erie, Ernie Glam, Gitsy, Jenny Talia, Superstar DJ...
He did not!
Yeah, genitalia. Which is such a fun wordplay on genitalia. So, there was also Superstar DJ Kioki, which, little sidebar, that was Michael Alec's one-time boyfriend. Richie Rich, Robert Freeze Riggs, we don't like him either, and RuPaul. They became so outrageous with these parties that, like, media starts to take notice of them. They're in magazines like Newsweek. Maybe not Newsweek. I don't know. I didn't write magazines down. But they were in some magazines, and they were on the Phil Donahue Show. They were on the Joan Rivers Show. And I'm going to tell you, I sat through... on YouTube, you can find, I couldn't find the Joan Rivers one, but I did find the Geraldo Rivera episodes, and I am going to tell you, very awkward because he's trying to be funny, and he's just straight up not funny.
Which makes it funny.
No, it made it awkward and embarrassing.
I would've thought
Is
it was
really
funny.
what it did. So I will tell you, I sat through those. They were awkward, and Michael Alec was on there, and James St. James, and at one point, Andre Melendez, which we will talk about him because he's kind of main character in this a little bit. And kind of the funniest part, not funniest,
Oh, Jesus.
but Michael Alec's mom, Elkie, was on there, and they were talking about the drugs and all this other stuff, and it is brought up that she had been given ecstasy by Michael. And he's like, how did that come about? And she was like, I thought it was a headache pill.
Oh, Jesus.
And then it's asked, like, what happened? I didn't have a headache no more. So, I'm not saying take that for a headache, but
at least it works for one.
so they're on these talk shows. And, like, I watched a couple minutes of the Phil Donahue one, and I'm like, yeah, didn't
Can't
like
do
that. But I wanted to watch some of this for research, and the one episode, RuPaul was on there. Because they had, like, a bunch of them sitting in the audience, and then they had, like, the main ones on stage, and RuPaul was on stage. Honestly, gorgeous. Kind of had, like, the 80s Whitney Houston wig with the long curly hair. Yeah. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, so in 1988, Peter Gatine, the owner of the Limelight, hires Michael for his stuff. The parties Michael were throwing were accessible. He organized parties not only for the Limelight, but also for, I'm just going to call him Peter, because that last name, I'm not going to do that every time. His other clubs, which was Club USA, the Palladium, which, that's where Madonna got her start. Just saying. And Tunnel. And his most popular parties that he threw were outlaw parties. And that would be, he would go into McDonald's, a Dunkin' Donuts. They would find abandoned houses, abandoned buildings, the subway.
What a donut.
And he would just have these parties. And they would last about 30 minutes before the cops would show up. So it would be like the fastest party on the planet. They would go in, party hard for 30 minutes, and dip. They would just randomly, 300 people just walk into a McDonald's and party. They would bring their own booze, because obviously McDonald's don't serve that yet. I think someday they will.
Well, then they'd have to stop hiring underage
Yeah.
minors. They wouldn't be able to hire minors.
Yeah. So some of what made these parties so outrageous was Michael's bad behavior. And some of his behavior would be he would stand on the stage and throw $100 bills, just watching people like get to the ground and crawl around through these other people dancing who hadn't seen it, so that he got. Do you see that piece of hair that keeps like just going, hi?
Hi, how you doing?
We got. No, we don't need another co-host. So he would throw these we would throw these $100 bills to watch people crawl around. He would also piss on people,
Ew!
like just whip it out and piss all over them.
That's gross.
And if he wasn't pissing on people, he was pissing in their drinks.
That's gross!
I didn't do it. He did it. Yell at him.
That's disgusting. Nobody knows where your dick has been.
I mean, I guess if you watch Party Monster, you might get some ideas.
Ugh.
And then he would also jump from the stage to land on people to knock a bunch of people to the ground. So he was kind of a dick.
Ergo, the pissing on people and in their drinks. Fucking
Yeah.
nasty.
Yeah. So as Michael gained, like, his popularity went on the rise, so did his drug use. And he had been arrested several times, went to rehab, came out, still continued using drugs. So Peter forced him into rehab and said, like, you got to get clean. Well, he claims he went to rehab, completed it, and upon his release was fired by Peter. And shortly after this, Michael states that he was diagnosed with histrionic personality disorder, and one of the characteristics of that is attention-seeking behavior. It fits.
Yeah, I work with that every day. Although I'm getting a break from it. Just a matter of time before it's coming back.
Okay. So, next we're going to talk about Andre Angel Melendez. He was born in 1971 in Columbia.
Columbia.
Words are hard. Columbia. His family moved to New York City when he was 8 years old. There's not really much about his young life other than that. Hang on, I wrote notes in another spot. So, he was known by Angel, and in the episode of Geraldo that I watched, he's there, and he's wearing, like, red leather, and he's got red wings on. But he's... Oh, you know what? I got a picture of him.
I must say, yeah, I need to see.
The picture I have of him is just... I don't know, it's him. It's in his... What am I doing? I
don't know, lady. What are you doing?
I don't know. Okay.
Go to bed.
You're not my real dad, so you can't tell me what to do. Ba 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 ba. No, it's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to... So sorry. Okay. So that is Angel. And those are relatively small wings from what he normally wears.
I lost brain cells.
So he was a regular on the club scene, and he worked at the Limelight. It doesn't say what his actual job at the Limelight was. Just that... Ooh, before we accidentally stop the recording. But he did, and it was kind of okayed by Peter. Gatine, whatever the fuck his name is. So he worked at the Limelight and at other clubs also not owned by Peter. And one of them was Webster Hall. That, I believe, is talked about in one of the episodes of Geraldo. And he would sell drugs on the property, and Peter allowed this.
What?
Yeah, Peter allowed these drugs.
But he fired what's his nuts
I don't know, maybe there's a difference.
after making him go to rehab, but let somebody else.
Well,
sell
and
that.
that's also according to what Michael said, and Michael is kind of a liar.
Oh, yeah.
So because of drug use and different things going on, and of course this is in the media, so of course this is getting law enforcement agencies' attentions, because on one of the episodes there was a 16-year-old, and you can't see her face. She's got like full mask. Almost reminds me of like the Cynthia doll if she went dominatrix kind of thing, because you'll have to watch it to know what the fuck I'm talking about. But she's on there and she's like, I go into these clubs. I am 16 years old. My parents do not know what I do. And that's why her face was... And that was actually Jenny Talia. So federal investigation finds that Peter's allowing this shit. He fires Melendez immediately. And shortly after losing his job, Angel moves in with Peter, or nope, moves in with Michael Alig and his roommate Robert D. Freeze Riggs, which throughout the rest of this, when I refer to him, it's Freeze. That's Freeze. So on March 17th, 1996, so you were 3.5. Angel confronts Michael about many other things, but mostly his drug debt. He allegedly owes money for drugs, and the confrontation turns violent. If it didn't, we wouldn't be talking about it now. And basically what happens is Angel is getting the best of Michael, meaning he's whooping his ass. Michael screams for help, so Freeze comes over with a hammer 3 times on the head until Angel goes down. Michael at that point takes the opportunity, because he's down, he can't beat his ass now, and he smothers him. And he pours he pours a chemical. Most sources said it was Drano, and then duct tapes his mouth. Not a good time. So at this point, he's dead. He's very obviously dead. They strip him butt-ass naked and put him in a bathtub full of ice. And he's there for, different sources give different times, so between 5 and 7 days that he is in this bathtub of ice till the smell of decomp becomes so bad they have to do something. So Freeze trots his little ass over to Macy's and he buys 2 chef knives and a meat cleaver. Yep. So
Wait, they stayed there the whole time? And in the bathtub? When did they shower?
I don't know. So one of my sources said that it took bribing Michael with 10 bags of heroin to cut off the legs. And so the legs were cut off, and they were put in garbage bags, put in duffel bags, and thrown into the Hudson River. The next day, both Michael and Freeze wrap the upper body in a sheet, place it in a garbage bag, and they put it in a box. And they took the UPC code off of the box. They somehow removed it. Doesn't say how, so I don't know if they colored it in. I don't know. The 2 of them take the box down the elevator, through the lobby of the apartment building, and right outside, and there is just so happens to be a taxi cab. They put the box in the trunk, and they drive on the highway, or whatever, I don't know the geographical information, and they go to 25th Street, and they toss the box into the river. So Michael can't get his story straight. Some statements include using Drano and baking soda to kind of try to get rid of the smell from this body decomposing in their tub for days. And at first, when he's caught, he claims self-defense, but then he admits to manslaughter. And I know that seems like I'm jumping ahead, but that was the order. And I did try to watch, apparently it's on Tubi, I did try to watch the documentary called Glory Days about this. I couldn't get it to play. It kept telling me I had to, restart the app, or I wasn't restarting the phone. I had no time for that. But there's police in this that talk about the how they recover things. So a group of children, so sweet, at the beach at Miller Field, Staten Island, find the box that hold the remains of Angel Melendez. In March of 1996. Now, some sources say it was April, so whichever one you want it to be. So Angel's disappearance before he was found, obviously, what kind of made mainstream media because his dad and brother went to the media to get out the information on, like, hey, he's missing. So Michael himself starts some rumors. And also, one of the people that was on both of the episodes of the Geraldo show that I watched was a journalist named Michael Musto. So Michael Alig is feeding Michael Musto. You've heard of blind items and like celebrity gossip. Like, this A-list singer and this A-list actor are bumping uglies, and it's this singer, like...
Yeah.
So, they're blind items. Well, he feeds this journalist blind items for his column in the Village Voice that says he was murdered. So, that he was murdered by Michael and Freeze. So it's already out there. They started their own goddamn rumor. Is that not insane?
I wasn't mentally prepared.
I told you.
Why?
This one is something. So, and this has nothing to do with the case, but in September of the same year, 1996, another body washes up on at the Harlem River at a pier near 134th Street. Because of this, one of the detectives that is assigned to this John Doe case, because technically that's what he is. They have no idea who he is.
Right.
Start seeing this media coverage and initiates an investigation that, okay, maybe this sounds kind of accurate over who this could be, right? So they finally identify him through dental records. So he is identified officially on November 2nd, 1996. And they realize that the rumors that he was killed are true. So kind of like with the heat, can you hear my phone? The heat kind of closing in on him, he takes off to Tom Rivers, New Jersey. I got her new one.
Fuck! How do you turn these bitches off?
There's buttons.
Oh.
Yeah, see? So, okay, hold on. I gotta get back to my info.
There you go, you're supposed to hold them down. I was playing with them, kept changing different colors.
So, okay. I found it on here, so I gotta fly through. He ends up, like I said, in, where did I say, Tom's River,
On 25th Street.
25th, doesn't say that.
That's what you said? Or are you talking about the second body that washed up on like 100 and something?
The second body was 135th.
Yeah, so
Street.
25th.
So
That's where they dumped him. On 25th Street.
Apparently, Freeze, he's arrested, And this is an exact quote, his confession to the police. On a Sunday in March in 1996, I was at home and Michael Alig and Angel Melendez were loudly arguing and getting louder. I opened the room. I don't know how you open a room, but okay. And started towards the other bedroom. Okay, so then I opened the door, not the room.
Men are stupid.
Don't say that. This one is.
Yes, that man is stupid.
Okay. I opened the room and started towards the other bedroom, at which point Michael was yelling, "Help me, get him off me." Angel started shaking him violently and banging him against the wall, and he was yelling, "You better get my money or I'll break your neck." I grabbed the hammer and hit Angel over the head. So again, he says he hit him a total of 3 times, and then Michael smothered him, and there's some difference. Some say it was with a pillow, some say it was with a sweatshirt. I say it really doesn't matter, because he fucking did it. So Freeze goes to another room, and he notices a broken syringe on the floor and sees that Michael is pouring something, possibly a chemical, into his mouth. And duct tapes it. Alig disputes these claims and cited the Drano in the hypodermic needle as a false dramatization. He initially claims he killed him in self-defense and helped dispose of the body in a panic. Prosecutors were hesitant to charge Michael with first-degree murder because they were trying to get him to testify against his boss, Peter. And he had been arrested for allowing drugs to be sold in his club, which is why everyone is where they're at, because he fired Angel. Angel moved in with them, and look what you created. It's always a fucking Peter. I don't know. Is it? Yeah. Yeah. Or Jerry.
Shut the fuck up.
So they eventually offer both Michael and Freeze a plea deal with a sentence of 10 to 20 years if they accept the lesser charge of manslaughter. On October 1st, 1997, both plead guilty and were sentenced to 10 to 20 years. And while in prison, Michael Alig gets a hold of Michael Musto. And you can tell when you watch if you watch the Geraldo episodes that this Michael Musto is very close with these people. Like, he's very, very close with these people. So Michael Alig tells Michael Musto, quote, "I know why I blabbed. I must have wanted to stop me. I was spinning out of control. It's like the old saying, what do you have to do to get attention around here? Kill somebody?" Okay. So he was incarcerated in New York State Prison.
Words are hard.
Words are hard. He also spent time in the psychiatric ward at Rikers Island. In 2000, at Southport Correctional Facility, he was placed in solitary confinement after he was caught using heroin.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He remained in solitary for another 2.5 years after a drug test showed he was still using
How the fuck is
drugs.
he getting it?
Have you not watched Orange is the New Black?
Yes.
Okay then, don't ask how. You already know. In August of 2004, James St. James, which remember, he was a friend of Alig, and if he's the one that wrote Disco Bloodbath, that the movie Party Monster is based on. And if you look at it from his point of view, he is the one really that mentored Michael Alig to kind of be this wild and crazy.
So it's his fault.
In fact, according to Party Monster, because again, it doesn't really say, that when they first met, Michael Alig had not used drugs. So I don't know if that's true or not. But in August 2004, he begins a blog called Phone Calls from a Felon. And it contained transcripts of phone calls between Michael and James. After 6 weeks, Alec put a stop to the phone calls, saying that people think I'm in here having a grand old time. Well, dude, you're still getting high. So they're not wrong. And also in 2004, he was moved to Elmira Correctional Facility. He was eligible for parole in 2006. He was denied. And that was because parole officers had watched the movie Party Monster.
Oh, shit.
Now, I did not watch the whole thing. I just realized it was on Paramount Plus. And I was like, ooh, I can watch that while doing my notes. And, yeah. And if you've never seen it, it does star Macaulay Culkin. Well, Home Alone. Seth, he plays Michael. Seth Green plays James St. James. Fez. For that 70s show.
Wilmer.
Yeah, him.
Valderrama.
He plays DJ Keoki.
Okay.
And I don't know, someone, I can't remember the name of the dude that played Melendez. I've never heard of him before. But anyway, he was denied in 2006. He was denied in 2008. In 2009, he said he finally decided to stop using drugs and get sober. He was paroled on May 5th, 2014. He returned to New York City, and he abided by an 8 p.m. curfew. He had to undergo drug and anger management counseling and have job readiness training. He expressed the desire, big shocker, to star in his own reality show. He was into art. He did some paintings, some things like that. So the World of Wonder, or there was an art event filmed for World of Wonder for the Party Monster 2 movie. James St. James, DJ Keoki, Jenny Talia, and a film director they all attended this event in 2015. Now his ex, DJ Keoki, Wilma, Fez, whatever. You know what? There's just some actors that is who they are, no matter what role they play. Like Stifler. Well, doesn't matter what he's in, will always be Stifler.
Jason Briggs.
Pie fucker. Wilmer will always be Fez, or never mind.
No.
We won't get into that. So anyway, the two exes, DJ Keoki and Michael Alec, get involved with Outrage. It's a weekly Monday night party. I don't know.
Let me guess, he went back to drugs.
Well, spoiler alert, he dies of a drug overdose.
Sugar! Called it.
So, he also starred in 4 Eric Spade Rivas films. I don't know who that is. Never heard of him. One was Vamp Bikers. Vamp Bikers Dos.
What?
Vamp Bikers 3.
What the fuck? I need you to not.
And The Duke of New York.
Stop.
Right. On February 2nd, 2017, Michael Alec was arrested for trespassing and smoking crystal meth in Joyce Kilmer Park in Concourse outside the Bronx Supreme Court. Are you fucking stupid, sir?
You got the cojones, though, to do it in front of the fucking court.
Now, in his favor, it was 1:30 in the morning and they were closed. But still, I don't know of many courthouses that don't have a police station very close by. I know ours does. Like, it's like right across the street. So stupid. So on December 24th, shortly before midnight, Alec was found unconscious by his ex-boyfriend at their Washington Heights, Manhattan home. He had been using heroin before he fell ill and was pronounced dead at the scene. He was 54. And the following day, his mother confirmed his cause of death as an accidental heroin overdose. And that's, the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner in New York City verified on May 21st, so like 5 months later, that Alec died from acute intoxication from the drugs fentanyl, heroin, and methamphetamine. Acetafentanil?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know it was a thing.
Which is heroin and methamphetamine.
Yeah.
Together.
So, just to kind of talk a little bit about what is information that is out there about him, there is, like I've said, the book by James St. James, Disco Bloodbath. Disco Bloodbath, a fabulous but true tale of murder in Clubland. It was republished.
Words are hard.
With the title Party Monster after the release of the film. So, of course, there's Party Monster. There is a documentary called Glory Days, The Life and Times of Michael Alec. That says it's on Netflix. We'll have to check out Netflix when we're done here. No, I want to see it.
We listen and we don't judge.
Oh my god, I hate that fucking trend. I fucking hate it. It annoys me.
We listen and we don't judge. Put your boyfriend away. Oh.
So there was a prison interview with Alec that is featured in the documentary Limelight, directed by Billy Corbin and co-produced by Peter Gattine's daughter, Jen. Alec was cast as Michael. That's a stretch. In Spanish New York, based on independent director Manuel Tolendo's first and only movie, finished in 1998, called Shampoo Horns. The film portrayed those years and the club kids fad, partly as fiction, partly as documentary. The shooting was done during 1996, and Alec was supposed to be acting during the same time period, words are hard, he committed his real-life crime. So while he's doing this, he's already killed this, or he's about to, or has, or just did, kill this dude. Disposed of the body, started rumors that he did it. Yeah. So American Justice Season 7, Episode 10 on A&E. There's an episode called Dancing, Drugs, and Murder. Deadly Devotion, Becoming Angel on Investigation Discovery. Notorious, Season 2, Episode 76 on the Biography Channel called Dancing, Drugs, and Murder. The 1990s, The Deadliest Decade, Death of an Angel, Season 1, Episode 3. I want to say I watched that, like, a few months back at work. I could be wrong. I don't know. And then E! True Hollywood Story, Death by Disco. There is a musical adaptation of the book, Disco Bloodbath / Party Monster, called The Monster Pop Party, a musical adaptation. It debuted April 11th, 2013. And doesn't say how long it lasted. But that is the case of Michael Alec.
I'm good.
It was a doozy, and it was one of those things that I don't know. I don't know how you are when you're doing any research, but I like kind of immerse myself. If I can read this on the laptop, listen to this on my phone, I'll do that. And that's kind of what I did with
Yeah,
this.
I would do it. I would love to do it that way, but with the way my schedule is, I can't. I just look it up. Is it interesting or not? Yeah, okay. So I'll get like pulled like the most exciting, ear listening information and just plop it on paper.
Pop that Xanax, write it down. That's gonna be a running joke. Sorry.
Take it Ativan, bitch.
Xanax, get it right. We're trauma bonding with strangers.
Petty.
I mean, I'm not saying anything that's not public. He commented on a video. That's all there is to it. Okay. So yeah, that is definitely the story. But like I said, I want to look up now and see if it is on Netflix. And I've already got I'm looking up information for my next one already. So.
I know, I'm going to do that tonight. I'm going to start looking up, doing research, figuring out what I want to do. Because the next episode's my turn, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So I'm going to be looking up stuff tonight at work after I'm done with all my shit.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. But you got to go.
Yes, I do. Gotta go to work.
So thank you for tuning in
Yes, thank you.
and listening to our. No.
Or what, Ma?
Our Xanax fueled rantings, I guess. I don't fucking know.
It's all part of our stranger bonding.
It's all of it.
Trauma bonding.
Trauma
Sorry.
bonding. So thank you for listening. Again, I did not bring this up earlier, and I should have. If you are looking for some merch, pfcholidays.printify.me, pfccreepysoup.printify.me, or pfcstore.printify.me.
Boom.
Boom. Boom. So go shopping. Christmas is coming. There are
So much cute stuff.
so many cute things. So many. I want a snow globe.
Yeah.
But on that note, go buy a snow globe. Not for me. Buy it for yourself. They're cute.
Or a family member.
Or
Or a friend.
buy some wrapping paper.
Yes.
There's a lot of really cute, like, just PFC shirts.
Ugly Christmas sweaters.
Yes, I do want to get the ugly Christmas sweatshirt. So go shopping, have a ball, get drunk and spend all your money. Oh, you know what? Take some Xanax. Go spend your money. It's great. So have a great night, have a great week, and we will see you next Sunday.